News handicapping champion. I'm Jerry Hendel. I'm joined in the studio by Bobby Edwards. Bobby is our underdog king and Big East specialist. Bobby bought another big $80,000 bankroll winner with the 49ers +6 over the Saints. And we're going to talk to Bobby in a little bit because he says that a top 10 school is going to go down today. And he's got a big underdog winner. And we're going to hear from Bobby in a little bit. But before we get to the show, I want all listeners to pick up the phone, give us a call right now. I have 6 free winners for today and tomorrow. Folks, it's week number 12, week 11 in pros, but week number 12 in college football. We're absolutely on fire. If you're not calling us, you're not making money. Most of you people have busy lives. You all work 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. All we do for 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week is pick football and basketball and baseball winners. Okay? So give us a call. Let us show you what we're all about. Last Saturday, if you called us for the free games, you got Georgia winner, Alabama winner, and you lost Iowa State. So the free games are hitting 2 out of every 3, and we're going to have 6 free winners for today and tomorrow. Give us a call right now at 1-888-484-4626. That's 1-888-484-G-MAN. 888-484-4626. I'm going to give you the winner of Ohio State, Minnesota, TCU, Kansas, and Florida State against Miami. For tomorrow in the NFL, you're going to get the winner of Texans and the Browns, Seahawks, Chiefs, and the Niners, Giants. That's 6-0, absolutely free. Even the phone call is free. Call us right now at 1-888-484-G-MAN. That's 1-888-484-4626. 888-484-4626 is the number. Give us a call for 6 free winners. You could also go to the website where the show is posted. So if you miss any part of the show or you want to listen to it in its entirety, the show is posted on the website, www.jerrywins.com, www.jerrywins.com. Now, while you're on the website, Joe Madrano has his guaranteed pick available today. The game is guaranteed your money back. So for the winner of Northwestern Notre Dame, go to the website, click on Pay If You Win with Joe, and get his guaranteed pick right now, risk-free. The game is guaranteed your money back, www.jerrywins.com. Also, from now till Thanksgiving, we're going to run a special, $3.99 for the rest of the season of college football. 1 month, that's about a month, $3.99 for the month. If you're a small player, that's a great deal. When you call us, just tell the girl that you want the $3.99 special. Also, the $80,000 bankroll games, and this is a one-shot deal. We don't do this often. We're going to do a $500 version on the $80,000 bankroll games. So if you have as little as $500 to play with, and you want to turn $500 into $4,000, then give us a call. Use code 777 when you call us at 888-484-4626. You'll speak to me, Bobby, or Joe. And if you have 1,000, I'll turn it into 8,000. 2,000 will turn it to 16. Whatever you want to make, I'll make you 8 times your money. But it's just from now till Thanksgiving. If you have as little as $500, you can get on the $80,000 bankroll games. Just use code 777 at 1-888-484-4626, and we'll make you some money this weekend. And I'm guaranteeing all 3 winners, or I work the rest of the season free. So there's another guarantee. I will win all 3 of my $80,000 bankroll games, or I'll work the rest of the season free. 888-484-4626 is the number. Bobby, while the whole world was getting creamed on the Saints, you quietly come in with the 49ers, a 6-point underdog. You said this was a bad line. You said the line should have been Saints 2.5. You said they got the Saints way overpriced because of how bad the Niners looked last week, the week before, and you were 100% right on that game. The Niners actually made the game a lot closer than it should have been. They should have actually won the game easily, but, the Saints came back and took them to overtime, and then they finally won it.
Great game. The NFL last Sunday, exciting to watch. You had some exciting
the
finishes.
Miami
Detroit
game,
exciting. Yeah, the San Francisco game, very exciting game. We saw how that wound up.
I'll tell you what wasn't exciting, the Sunday night game.
That was not exciting.
That had to be the worst ratings anybody had because that was over in the first quarter.
If it was exciting if you had Green Bay in the over, which we liked. Kansas City, Buffalo was a pretty exciting game. game.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Tampa Bay, there was some good action. And there was some clunkers. So, but that's how the NFL goes. I mean, you watch the great upset, the Jets upsetting Pittsburgh. I don't know how my Jets figured that one out, but, that was one of those games that you look at and you scratch your head. And we looked at that one hard. And, listen, it wound up being a great victory for the Jets. But listen, this is the time of the year, folks, where if you haven't picked up the phone and called us and realized that you're not going to win on your own, it's not designed for you to win on your own. If you're honestly say to yourself, I spend 8 minutes on a Saturday morning trying to pick winners. I'm spending money I really don't have, but even if I have it, I'm not really, going about this the right way. That's why you pay a stockbroker when you want to invest in some of the best companies in the country. You want to get in on that. What do? You pay a broker. You want to get in on making money on football and basketball and baseball and hockey and whatever else you can bet on these days, which is practically every sport. You should pay somebody, a professional like ourselves. We've been doing this for a long time, so we know the ins and outs. We know trap games, reverse line moves. There's a lot of games out there that people have no idea what we're talking about. And unless you're sitting with us or, obviously you're on the phone with us and we're explaining from A to Z how this really works, you're really in the dark. So do yourselves a favor, put down the paper, stop watching ESPN. I mean, they're great at, analyzing games, but at the end of the day, they're not betting on these games. Although they talk a lot of point spreads, they're not really putting their money down, and they don't do this for a living. Their job is to just, talk about current news and current events and stuff like that. So if you want to start making money on sports betting, that's what this show does. That's what it's been doing for the last 8 years. It talks about sports betting. We talk about how we pick the games. Obviously, we win more than we lose. We don't win every game. We had a couple of losers this past weekend, but you know what? It's going to happen. That's why if you come on board with us, be open-minded, and remember, big picture, it is gambling. There are risks. So when people do call us, understand that this is not get rich quick. This is, a methodical, well thought of way to make money. And again, there's a lot of times where we get easy winners. Some of them are so easy, it's like stealing. Some of them you got to work a little hard for. Maybe you get that last second field goal.
Denver was pretty easy.
Yes, Denver was a pretty easy game. And then some games, you're not going to win. It's just going to happen. It's the way the ball bounces. I know that's a bad pun, but there are ways of doing this the correct way to make consistent money. And that's what we're preaching here. If you want to make consistent money, all right, put down the newspaper, pick up the phone, 888-484-4626. Obviously, you're listening to us now. You're on AM radio. You're on some FM stations. We're all across the nation, from the East Coast to the West Coast. So, and everybody has their favorite team. Everybody loves to bet on college. Some people just like to bet the pros. And there's something for everybody. Whether you're a $100 player or you're betting $10,000 a game, there's something for everybody. Again, 888-484-4626 is the number to call, and we will walk you through the process. All right, if you've never sports bet before, and Jerry, you and I know most of the clients or potential clients that call have never done this before. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. That's why they make the most amount of money, because they don't have any preconceived ideas of
they don't have their own opinion. I mean, how many times have we given out a game and people are like, "Oh, Bobby, really? You really like that team?" And then then we have to go into a song and dance why we like the game, and then eventually they come around and realize that it's not always the better team on paper is going to cover the spread. Now,
right.
If we're talking about straight up winners, well, that's different. Okay, Florida State's probably going to run the board and they're going to beat every team, this season like it's going. But are they going to? How do they do against the spread? Not a very good team against the spread. So it doesn't matter if you're the number one team or the number two team in the country. We want to know, how do you do against the spread? And that's what this is about. Picking games against the spread. If it was about just picking the team straight up, I'm sure our percentage would be way better than it is. Okay. And even at, picking them with the spread, we have a pretty damn good percentage. So if you want to really figure out how to get this done the right way, put the paper down and let us show you how to do this. There's a great game today that I'm looking at. Another big, you got some great matchups today, Jerry. I'm looking at this one, Alabama, Mississippi State. Does it get any better than that?
No.
That's a pretty damn good game. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of people going to want to know who we like in that one. Florida State, all right, they're playing at Miami. Going to be a tough game.
That's
we know
one of
that.
our free picks.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. TCU laying 28 at Kansas.
That's another one of our free picks.
And that's the biggest line today. I mean, we've seen early in the year, Jerry, where you have a lot of big laying 35s, laying 40s. Those days are over at this time of the year. I mean, you have Western Michigan playing Eastern Michigan, if anybody cares. Western Michigan's laying 25.5. But again, you have Georgia-Auburn, great game. So you really have some great matchups. LSU-Arkansas, another great matchup. Oklahoma-Texas Tech, pretty good game right there. So there's some really good matchups today. And we love this time of the year in college football.
And basketball starts.
And listen, basketball starts in a week. NBA has already started.
It started already, college.
College basketball, yeah, right. You have started. You got tournament games. So you got games in Puerto Rico and all over the world almost is college basketball. But for the most part, still college football. Obviously still college football. Pro football we're at what? Week 12?
Week 12.
Week 11.
In
week 11
college.
in NFL, week 12 in college. And we will discuss the board tomorrow as the show progresses. But right now, we're talking college football. Jerry, we had some games last week. Saturday was probably one of the rougher Saturdays we've had. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, we lost a big game on Houston. And listen, folks, for all you guys that say, hey, these guys only say when we had Houston last weekend, they were a 17-point favorite that lost outright by 7. I mean, we don't win every single game. That was a pretty darn big game that we lost. But the thing is, we are able to come back strong. Fresno that night, a 2-touchdown winner, was -1. The 49ers Sunday, and then over in the Packers-Bears game, I mean, the Packers scored the over alone. So after losing a big game, we come back and win 3 straight, and that's what you want in a good service. You want somebody that, after they lose a game, doesn't continue to lose. That comes back and wins a big game. So, again, we lost a big play with Houston on Saturday early, but we came back strong Saturday night, and that's what shows a good handicapper. 888-484-4626 is the number. Give us a call. As I said, 6 free winners. Bobby, we're going to take a quick break, so hold that thought real quick. But before we take our break, first of all, I want to remind everybody this show is coming to you compliments of thesharpestline.com. So to get scores and odds and to check out your favorite fantasy players, go to www.thesharpestline.com and you get free scores and odds. www.thesharpestline.com. Again, I want everybody to pick up the phone and give us a call. I have 6 free winners for all callers. Ohio State, Minnesota, TCU, Kansas, Florida State, Miami, and then tomorrow you got 3 NFL winners, the Texans, Browns, the Seahawks, Chiefs, and the Niners, Giants. So again, give us a call, 888-484-4626 is the number. As I said, 6 free winners for today and tomorrow. You could also ask for the $3.99 special. For $399, you get the rest of the college football season, along with any basketball or NFL that comes along that time. $3.99 for the rest of the college season. All you got to do is ask for that special. And, of course, the $80,000 bankroll games from now until Thanksgiving, we got the $500 special. We never run that anymore. So, folks, if you have as little as $500, and we don't want you playing with your rent money. If you're down to your last $500, go out and buy groceries with it. Don't call us, because at the end of the day, you're still gambling. So, again, if you have $500, though, and you want to turn it into $4,000, call us. If you have $2,000 and you want to turn it into $16,000, call us. Use code 777. You'll speak directly with me, Bobby, or Joe, and we'll get you on the $80,000 bankroll games. 888-484-4626 is the number. You're listening to the Sports Advisors. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Bobby Edwards getting back to you from the Sports Advisors. We have been on fire since week 1, and I want everybody to pick up the phone and call us. I have a big underdog that's going to happen tonight. It's going to be one of my best underdogs of the year. You're going to pick up the phone and call us at 888-484-4626. That's 888-484-4626. My underdogs right now are hitting 65%. If you're out there and you're losing on your own, all you need to do, again, is pick up the phone. I'll have a big underdog tonight, and I can tell you right now, this is an underdog that's going to win outright. Pick up the phone and call us, 888-484-4626. But make sure you do yourselves a favor. If you're gambling on your own and you're not making any money, pick up the phone, 888-484-4626. I have a huge underdog that I'm looking at tonight that's going to win outright, 888-484-4626.
Many have tried, but only one has ever accomplished it. And that was winning the Las Vegas Sporting News Handicap handicapping challenge 3 times. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Here's Jerry Handel of the Sports Advisors. Call him for a free selection on today's action. Call him for a free selection right now to prove how strong his information is. Call him at 1-800-484-4626. 1-800-484-4626. Jerry Handel. Jerry, the only one.
I'm Jerry Handel of the Sports Advisors. I want all your listeners to check out our new and improved website. Go to jerrywins.com. That's JERRYWINS.com. jerrywins.com. Each and every day we put up a free pick. Also, you got picks from the top handicappers in the country. Jerry Handel, Bobby Edwards, Joe Madrano, and Sal Josephs. Go to jerrywins.com. Get a free pick every day. jerrywins.com.
Need the latest lines? The sharpestlines.com. Need the latest scores? The sharpestlines.com. Need fantasy football info? The sharpestlines.com. It's there right now with real-time scores, lines, and fantasy football info and more. Get it all at the sharpestlines.com. One more time, the sharpestlines.com.
And we're back. You're listening to the Sports Advisors, the nation's #1 sports investment firm. In case you just joined us, I'm your host, 3-time Las Vegas Sporting News handicapping champion. I'm Jerry Handel. I'm joined in the studio by Bobby Edwards. Bobby is our underdog king and Big East specialist. Bobby is absolutely on fire, and he had a big underdog winner last week with the Niners over the Saints. Nice 6-point underdog, winning most of the game. Let the Saints come back and tie it, and then beat him in overtime by 3. Bobby is on fire with his underdogs, and he's got a top 10 team that is not only going to not cover today, but they're going to go down in flames. So stay tuned, and we'll talk a little bit about that later in the show. But before we get back to the show, I want everybody listening right now to call us. I want to show you how good we are. I got 6 free winners, 3 today, 3 tomorrow. If you call me right now, I'm going to give you absolutely free the winner of Ohio State, Minnesota, TCU, Kansas, and Florida State, Miami of Florida. For tomorrow, you're going to get the Texans, Browns, the Seahawks, Chiefs, and the Niners, Giants. That's 6 easy winners just for calling 888-484-4626. 1-888-484-G-MAN. 888-484-G-MAN is the number. Give us a call. As I said, 6 free winners just for picking up the phone. The $80,000 bankroll games are on fire. We lost one of our first $80,000 bankroll games of the year last weekend with Houston laying 17. They didn't get the job done, but we came back strong with Fresno, San Francisco, and the over in the Sunday night game. So we made it right back. If you want the $80,000 bankroll games and you have as little as $500 to play with, just use code 777 when you call us. We'll get you on the $80,000 bankroll games. 777. Operators are standing by. They'll put you through to me, Bobby, or Joe. We will get you on the $80,000 bankroll games. And if you're a small player and you just want to get your feet wet, all you have to do is ask for the $399 special. For $399, you're going to get the rest of the college football season, along with any pro football and along with any basketball that comes in that amount of time. So you're talking about a month of service for $399, and you're going to get a pick every day. That's about $13 a day. If you go stop at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, it costs you more than that for a coffee and a donut. So again, 888-484-4626 is the number. We have a lot going on. It's week number 12 of college football, week number 11 with the NFL. It's November 15th. The weather's starting to get cold. It's football weather. You're sitting home. Let's show you how to make some money. $380 billion was bet on pro and college football last year. We're just going to show you how to take a little piece of that pie. 888-484-4626. Give us a call. Also, you can go to the website where this radio show is posted. If you want to listen to the show and you can't stay in your car, you could just go to www.jerrywins.com, www.jerrywins.com. And while you're there, Joe Madrano has his guaranteed pick. Go to Pay If You Win with Joe, get the winner of Northwestern Notre Dame, and Joe will guarantee the game or your money back. www.jerrywins.com. And Bobby, college basketball is in full swing now. It just started yesterday. So, we got everything going on right now, and we only got 2 more shows. We got today's show, and then next week's show, and then I believe after that's Thanksgiving weekend, so we're taking that weekend off as far as the radio goes, and then we'll be back on here December 1st, is it? Or December 1st, I believe, is the first radio show in December, right?
Well, listen, there's plenty of action. There's plenty of games. I mean, we know this is the heart and soul of our season right now between college football and pro football. Sprinkle in some NBA, sprinkle in some college basketball. There's something for everybody. And we know guys and gals that just specifically love to bet college basketball. Well, that's pretty much starting. So it'll go from now all the way until pretty much the beginning of April. NBA started a couple of weeks ago. We know that goes almost to the middle of June. So there is plenty of time to get involved in betting on sports. Like Jerry alluded to before, there's billions of dollars wagered every year on sports, whether it's in the state of Nevada, whether it's, online. I mean, there are pockets of places all over the country, that you could legally bet on sports. Most people go online and do it now. It's the safest way to go about it as far as, not having to, obviously, go to the state of Nevada and bet the games. You go online. You could do it in your office. You could do it in the bathroom.
Yeah, all you need is a cell phone or a smartphone.
Yeah, exactly. So they make it easy for you to bet these games. Our job is not to take your action, folks. So, we're not the casinos. What our job is to do is to beat the casinos. We want to beat the spreads and help you put more money in your pocket. I mean, if you're losing now, which, most people are. I mean, I'm in Vegas a lot, and I do see the public walking around like they're in a trance, and that's usually because they're not winning. Not a lot of people win when they go to Vegas, whether it's sports or blackjack or poker. They're not really winning. They look like they're having fun. That's because the drinks are free. But if you want to make money on sports betting, 888-484-4626 is the number that you should be dialing. You should be calling us up and just hearing us out. What do we have to say? What is the process? What's the potential for somebody to make money, whether you're starting with $500 or you're starting with $5,000? So, and we get all walks of life, Jerry. You know that. I mean, I've had police officers. We've had lawyers. We have plenty of doctors out there that want to.
Said it was kicking butt. He bought his nice new ZR1 on his way home one day from from Vegas.
This guy made himself about $350,000 betting on sports.
And he only makes $96,000 a year. You said as a cop.
So there's a lot of potential to make extra money. And again, whether you want to, plan a trip, you want to, pay for some college for your kids. There's, think about the opportunity to make money. Whether you need $1,000 extra a month, $10,000 a month, whether you just want to try something, to give yourself a chance to make extra money. And that's what this is about. We don't tell anybody to quit your day job. This isn't get rich quick. We don't have a crystal ball and all those other great, metaphors as far as gambling goes. But what we do have is solid information. 25 years for myself. Jerry's been in the business for 27 years?
Since 1983.
Do the math for me. That's 31. A lot of years. 31 years that Jerry's been looking at point spreads, where the point spreads have made a difference in his life. So I've been doing it since 1988. So there's a lot of games we've seen, a lot of point spreads that we've figured out which is the right side, which side to bet on. And then there are games out there that we just get dead wrong. It's going to happen. Nobody's 100% in this business, and anybody who says they're close to 100%, I would definitely hang up the phone and move on. So, we're here to tell you that there is a way to make extra money. It's fun. It's exciting. I mean, I have clients that are making, $10,000 on a game, $20,000 on a game. I have guys that are making, $200 on a game, and they're excited. So if we can help you put some extra money in your pocket, I suggest you pick up the phone, listen to what we have today, give it a shot. We're always offering free games like we did last Saturday. And again, what happened, Jerry, with our three games?
We hit 2 out of 3 again.
It's like a broken record, all right? Every week in and week. I think we had one weekend where we went 1 and 2.
And then we went 3-0 a couple of weeks, too.
Right, so it averages out. So we're doing 66%. Again, I'm not a mathematician, but 2 out of 3 is about 66%.
666.
And Georgia -10, winner over Kentucky. Iowa State -3, not a very good game. Alabama laying 6.5, won by the hook in a controversial call. But you know what? It's still won. Still covered, and that's all that counts. So if you want to make money, try something different, or if you're doing this now and you're not, making money at it, you're not collecting, 888-484-4626. And again, folks, you don't have to call us this second, although we advise that. But if you have to go somewhere or do something, you can call us. We're here all day. We're here all day today. We're here all day tomorrow. We're basically here all day until the All-Star break next year. So we will be here for you to answer all your questions and get you in a position to give yourself an opportunity to make money. 888-484-4626.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain the $80,000 bankroll games because a lot of you guys are listening to us for the first time. So I'm going to explain them real fast. The reason they're called the $80,000 bankroll games is for one reason. Usually we turn $10,000 into $80,000 in 3 games. You go 10 to 20 on the first game, 20 to 40 on the second game, 40 to 80 on the third game. Now, obviously, these aren't just picks that you're getting. These are games that we get big information on. These are not just picks. These are games that I'm betting 6 and 7 figures on. So, again, if you want to turn $10,000 into $80,000, you could do that. If you want to turn $5,000 into $40,000, we'll do that for you. If you want to turn $500 into $4,000, we will do that too. All you got to do when you call, 888-484-4626. Call that number and use code 777 when you call, and we'll get you on the $80,000 bankroll games. Again, code 777 at 888-484-4626. You'll speak to me, you'll speak to Bobby, or you'll speak to Joe. The 3 of us are the only 3 that do the $80,000 bankroll games. Again, give us a call and use code 777. Everybody should be on these games. If you've ever been on the fence about calling us with the $500 deal, it's a great deal. We're only going to run it till Thanksgiving, and then we're done with it. Then we go back up to a $2,500 minimum where we turn $2,500 into $20,000. So again, 888-484-4626 is the number. Give us a call, code 777 for the $80,000 bankroll games. Operators are standing by. And again, Bobby, your underdogs have been, really unbelievable. I mean, the last 3 weeks in a row, you've had 3 big underdogs, and all 3 times they've all come in, and 2 out of the 3 times they won outright, like the 49ers last Sunday.
Yeah, excuse me, Jerry. There's been some great underdogs, especially on Sunday. When you look at some of the games last Sunday, some of the dogs that did well. I mean, Kansas City wound up being an underdog plus 1.5.
Yeah,
they beat the Bills.
Yep.
San Fran obviously was a nice underdog. The Jets were an underdog. Which that was an ugly game. But as far as college goes, the underdogs. You see a lot of favorites in college. That do work out. But in the long run, I do like my underdogs. And I think this week alone, especially today, you're going to see some great underdogs that are going to win outright in college. Looking at the board tomorrow in the pros, just briefly running down it. Chicago Bears are laying 4.5 at home to Minnesota.
It's up to 4.5
yeah,
already,
so
huh?
That might be an interesting underdog if you're looking at Minnesota, the way the Bears are playing. I'm shocked that the coach is still has a job. Excuse me, Cleveland's
Was it me, or did they just give up against Green Bay last week? After the first quarter, did Cutler take his ball and go home?
He should have. And you could just, listen, there are certain quarterbacks in the NFL that...
I'm not a big fan of Cutler's.
No, at least they're trying.
And I loved him at Vanderbilt.
Oh,
I loved him at Vanderbilt. He was great in college. I don't know what happened to him, but he became... I don't know. He's not a football player. He likes to cry a lot.
He doesn't have the heart. You need to have heart.
Yeah, you don't have the heart of a lion.
Yeah, no. You need to be a quarterback in the NFL. I think even be the quarterback in college. You need to have that.
You got to get your bell rung and get right back up again.
You got to get fired up
and throw a touchdown pass.
He's not a guy that's getting fired up. I mean, when I see Tom Brady on the sideline yelling and screaming, and Aaron Rodgers getting fired up, or Drew Brees, even Peyton Manning occasionally comes out of his shell and you'll see him get a little fired up.
Yeah.
That's good for football. When I look at Cutler, I just see a guy who looks like he's out there going through the motions. And talk about a guy with raw talent, right? The guy has great footwork. He's got a great arm. Obviously, he's got the IQ, good football, IQ. But it just he doesn't have that heart, and you need emotion. Get mad, get pissed. It's okay. You're making millions of dollars. Let's show me something. But, you didn't see that on Monday night. They looked dismal. And it's too bad because there are some guys on that team, obviously, that, that they have their heart and soul in the right place. But 888-484-4626 is the number. You want to call us up. You want to talk sports betting. You want to just talk sports. You want to talk politics. We're great politicians, Jerry and I. Listen, there's a lot of money to be made in sports betting. And if you don't know that, take a trip out to Vegas, sit in the casinos, and watch the smiles on the guys that are taking your action. They have huge smiles because they know the public is not winning. So when you walk up there to bet $5,500 to win $5,000, they're probably laughing when you take the Giants plus the points. 888-484-4626.
All right, we're going to take a break, but before we do, as I said, I want everybody out there calling us. I have 6 free winners. Give us a call. Let us explain the system to you. Just like your stockbroker tells you what stocks to buy, we tell you what games to bet on. Based on 31 years that I have in the business, I've been doing pretty darn well at it. Everybody out there, they have a job that they do for a living, and this is all we do for a living. Let our preparation reduce your risk. Give us a call right now. Let us show you how to make some big money. We have a package for everybody, whether you're a big player or a small player, and if you never bet before, you'll end up making the most amount of money because you don't have any bad habits as far as gambling. So give us a call. Let us explain how this works. 888-484-4626, 888-484-G-MAN. 888-484-4626 is the number. And just for calling, we're going to give you 6 free games today and tomorrow. You're listening to the Sports Advisors, and we'll be right back.
Need the latest lines? TheSharpestLines.com. Need the latest scores? TheSharpestLines.com. Need fantasy football info? TheSharpestLines.com. It's there right now with real-time scores, lines, and fantasy football info and more. Get it all at TheSharpestLines.com. One more time, TheSharpestLines.com.
I'm Jerry Hendel of the Sports Advisors, the only 3-time winner of the Las Vegas Sporting News Handicapping Contest. And we are on fire here at the Sports Advisors. I want all listeners to give me a call right now. I have a game today that will not lose. You heard me right. It will not lose. If you're tired of losing and you want to make money, give me a call right now. I have a game that will not lose. My number is 1-888-484-4626. That's 1-888-484-4626. 1-888-484-4626. Give me a call. We're here all day. Operators are standing by. And as I said, I have a game that will not lose. You call me and get this game, I will guarantee this game against the rest of the season. This game must win, or I'll give you the rest of the season absolutely free. Give me a call for this winner right now. The number is 1-888-484-4626. 1-888-484-4626.
Many have tried, but only one has ever accomplished it. And that was winning the Las Vegas Sporting News Handicapping Challenge 3 times. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He is the only man that has ever done it. Here's Jerry Hendel of the Sports Advisors. Call him for a free selection on today's action. Call him for a free selection right now to prove how strong his information is. Call him at 1-800-484-4626. 1-800-484-4626. Jerry Hendel. The only one.
And we're back. You're listening to the Sports Advisors, the nation's #1 sports investment firm. In case you just joined us, I'm your host, 3-time Las Vegas Sporting News Handicapping Champion. I'm Jerry Hendel. And I want to let everybody know this show is being brought to you courtesy of TheSharpestLine.com. TheSharpestLine.com. You can go there for scores, odds, and also we have fantasy football stats up there. So again, for the quickest odds and the best up-to-date odds, go to TheSharpestLine.com. Before we get to the show, though, I want all listeners to pick up the phone and give us a call right now. Folks, it's week number 12 in college football, week number 11 in the NFL. We are winning every week with or without you. Give us a call. Let it be with you. Let us show you how to make some money. You guys listen to us every week and talk about how we win for people. Why don't you find out for yourself? Pick up the phone. I'll give you 6 free winners just for calling. Today, you're going to get the winner of Ohio State, Minnesota, TCU, Kansas, Florida State, Miami. Tomorrow, the Texans, Browns, Seahawks, Chiefs, and the Niners, Giants. That's 6 winners. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call us. 888-484-4626 is the number. 888-484-G-MAN. 1-888-484-4626. You got 6 free winners today and tomorrow. Also, if you want the $80,000 bankroll games, from now till Thanksgiving, we got a $500 special. So if you have as little as $500 to play with now, you can get on the $80,000 bankroll games. But it's only this week and next week, and then the deal is over for good. All right? If you want to turn 500 into 4,000, 1,000 into 8,000, or any combination of that, even if you want to go for the full bankroll and turn 10,000 into 80,000, when you call us at 888-484-G-MAN, use code 777, and you will speak to me, Bobby, or Joe, and we will show you how to make some nice money. We'll make you 8 times your money this weekend, and I'm guaranteeing all 3 games, or I work the rest of the season free. So when you call us and use code 777 and you come on board for the $80,000 bankroll games, if I mess up and don't win all 3 games, I will give you the rest of the season free. 888-484-4626 is the number. Give us a call. One last deal that we have. If you're just a small play, you want to bet $100, $200 a game, we got a $399 special. For $399, you're going to get the rest of the college football season, along with any NFL that comes along with that, and along with any NBA and college basketball. So again, when you call us, ask for the $399 special, 888-484-4626, 888-484-G-MAN. Just ask for the $80,000 bankroll games, code 777, or you could ask for the $399 special, and we'll get you on that. The main thing is, let's make some money for you. You've been listening to us all year. We've been on this radio station since 2003, 10 years, 11 years. So you've been listening to us for a long time. Give us a call, 888-484-4626. And one last thing, Joe Medrano on the website has his guaranteed pick. So if you want a guaranteed pick on Northwestern Notre Dame, you go to www.jerrywins.com, www.jerrywins.com, and while you're there, click on Pay If You Win with Joe, and it's for $99. You'll get the winner of Northwestern Notre Dame. If the game don't win, the minute the game ends, you'll get your money back. So we don't do that unless we're pretty sure of a game. 888-484-4626 is the number. Give us a call or go to the website, www.jerrywins.com. Bobby, last weekend, I just looked at it. The public didn't do bad. It was the first weekend. They only had 2 weekends that they did okay, and last weekend just happened to be one of them. The public did okay. They hit the Dallas game. They hit the Detroit game. They hit the Chiefs game. They lost the Saints, so they hit 3 out of 4 there. They won Baltimore. They lost the Steelers. They won Atlanta. They won Denver. They won Arizona. They won Seattle, and they won Green Bay. So the public had a big winning weekend. The public hit 75% of the games that they bet. Normally the public hits about 30%. So what do you think? The public is going to get crushed today? You said you saw some games that the public is going to get crushed on today and tomorrow.
Well, Joe, you know statistically how it goes. Every time the public gets away with a winning weekend, they'll lose the next 2 or 3 weekends in a row. And that's how it goes. I mean, this is something, if you had the resources and even began to know where to look at these stats, you would know that, this is, coming straight from, our research and development, our R&D, if you will, where, we watch this. I mean, these are some of the reasons why we'll go against the public, because usually the public doesn't win. Now, there's a lot of instances where there's reverse line moves, where the public is going one way, and instead of the line going up in favor of the favorite, it actually goes down. And that does happen, every weekend. It doesn't happen a lot. We call that a reverse line move, and it's more intricate than that. But there are a lot of systems, a lot of statistics and probabilities that happen, on any given day as far as point spreads and different sports, where if you don't know how this works and why some lines go up and some lines go down, you're really in the dark. And we know that the public is basically in the dark because we know the public they're lucky if they can win 50% of the time. That would be great if they could pick 10 games against the spread and go 5-5. Usually it's like 4-6 win to loss ratio. Obviously, it's the flip side for us. As much as we'd love to sit here and say we hit 80-90%, we know if we're giving out,
we're getting 2 out of every 3.
And that's how it's going to go. And that's going to be the average. And that's a great average. But the reason why we're able to sustain a show is because we can win more than we lose. So a lot of this has to do with money management. A lot of this has to do with really looking at these games, looking at the spreads, determining why is, Oregon State, getting 9.5 from Arizona State. Well, the last time they played, Arizona State beat them by 14 points, even though they were home. So now that they're on the road, there's a 3-point difference. I mean, there's so much involved in it. And again, if you're not sitting where we are, you're just looking at a bunch of games with a bunch of numbers next to them, and you're going to hope that you get lucky. And listen, sometimes the public does get lucky, right? The public had the Cowboys. Yeah. I don't think that was a big stretch betting the Cowboys. As soon as you knew Romo was going to play, let's face it, they had a pretty good shot to beat a 1-8 Jacksonville team, and they went out there and took care of business. Should Romo have been playing in the fourth quarter? No. I don't know why he was still in there with 7 minutes left in the game. But again, that's, I guess there's an entertainment value, and Jerry Jones wants to make sure that, the Europeans get their money's worth. But in the large scheme of things,
I would be surprised if he was told not to pull Romo out of that game.
We were watching
because I know the NFL's trying to get a presence in London,
right?
And maybe they didn't want everybody just tuning out.
Yeah, no, and I agree. Now, listen, when you look at next year's schedule, and normally these European games, over in London, usually they're early, and we had early ones, but it seems like they play now. Once a month they're playing in London. They
like the fourth game.
Remember they used to play in Mexico City, and they would play in Toronto. So obviously the NFL, the brand is focusing more now on Europe, which they've always had a presence in Europe. Remember they had the European Football League. So if you didn't make it in the NFL and you couldn't make it in the Canadian Football League, they sent you over to Europe. Well, it's big money over there. It's legal to bet on sports in England. It's a profession, actually, bookmaking. So you will see a lot of online gaming sites where they're actually out of England. But the most important thing, folks, is that you're listening to the show. Pick up that iPhone. All right, 888-484-4626 is the number to call. We have some great college football today. Some nice winners against the spread. We have $80,000 bankroll games like we do every weekend. Tomorrow, excellent board in the NFL. You still got plenty of bye weeks. Tomorrow you got Baltimore, Dallas, Jacksonville, and the Jets all taking the week off. That'll be great for Dallas, for you Dallas fans. Tony Romo will get an extra week to rest that back. The Jets coming off a big victory against Pittsburgh. Now they have an extra week to celebrate.
I don't know if that's good for the Jets.
I'm not sure that's good.
I mean, they're coming off their first good game in a long time, and now they got to take a week off.
Right, now they're going to take a week off. So, I would think that they would have much rather kept it going, whatever they had going. But we will, we'll see them next week. So, again, folks, lots of opportunity. NBA, we're off to a great start. Myself, I've picked 10 games. I've hit 7 out of 10, so I'm 7-3 in the NBA. Half of those winners were underdogs. If you can find a half out of 7. But the great part about NBA is the lines are way off. So, if you're looking for, and I hate to say easy winners, the NBA is offering up some easy winners right now because they're basing the spreads on what these teams did last year. We know basically no two teams look the same, like they never do in the start of NBA. So great opportunity to make money in the NBA against the spread. College basketball is off and running, and it's a slow moving process with college basketball. They play a lot of these crazy tournaments in Puerto Rico, and they're all over the place. But again, if there's action and there's a point spread, you can bet college basketball. Once college football is over, you'll start to really see an abundance of college basketball every night. You'll have 10 to 20 games to choose from. That makes our job a little tougher, but we also know that the odds maker's job is a little tougher also to dissect and put out accurate spreads. So again, folks, great time of the year to be making money on sports betting. Holidays are right around the corner. Everybody needs extra money. The average household spends $3,500 a year on Christmas. So if you're one of those average folks, you want to make some money, 888-484-4626.
We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with the last segment. But before we take our break, everybody should call us. As I said, Bobby just put out the number out there, 888-484-4626. And just for calling, you're going to get 6 free winners. Ohio State, Minnesota, TCU, Kansas, Florida State, Miami. For tomorrow, you're going to get Texans, Browns, Seahawks, Chiefs, and the Niners, Giants. Again, 6-0, absolutely free. 888-484-4626 is the number. 888-484-G-MAN. Give us a call. You're listening to the Sports Advisors. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Bobby Edwards getting back to you from the Sports Advisors. We have been on fire since week 1, and I want everybody to pick up the phone and call us. I have a big underdog that's going to happen tonight. It's going to be one of my best underdogs of the year. You're going to pick up the phone and call us at 888-484-4626. That's 888-484-4626. My underdogs right now are hitting 65%. If you're out there and you're losing on your own, all you need to do again is pick up the phone. I'll have a big underdog tonight, and I can tell you right now, this is an underdog that's going to win outright. Pick up the phone and call us, 888-484-4626. But make sure you do yourselves a favor. If you're gambling on your own and you're not making any money, pick up the phone, 888-484-4626. I have a huge underdog that I'm looking at tonight that's going to win outright, 888-484-4626.
Need the latest lines? TheSharpestLines.com. Need the latest scores? TheSharpestLines.com. Need fantasy football info? TheSharpestLines.com. It's there right now with real-time scores, lines, and fantasy football info and more. Get it all at TheSharpestLines.com. One more time, TheSharpestLines.com.
I'm Jerry Hendel of the Sports Advisors, the only 3-time winner of the Las Vegas Sporting News Handicapping Contest. And we are on fire here at the Sports Advisors. I want all listeners to give me a call right now. I have a game today that will not lose. You heard me right. It will not lose. If you're tired of losing and you want to make money, give me a call right now. I have a game that will not lose. My number is 1-888-484-4626. That's 1-888-484-4626. 1-888-484-4626. Give me a call. We're here all day. Operators are standing by. And as I said, I have a game that will not lose. You call me and get this game, I will guarantee this game against the rest of the season. This game must win, or I'll give you the rest of the season absolutely free. Give me a call for this winner right now. The number is 1-888-484-4626. 1-888-484-4626.
Once again, Jerry and Bobby, the Sports Advisors.
And we're back. You're listening to the Sports Advisors, the nation's #1 sports investment firm. In case you just joined us, I'm your host, 3-time Las Vegas Sporting News handicapping champion. I'm Jerry Hendel. I'm joined in the studio by Bobby Edwards. Bobby is the king of underdogs, and he is on fire with his underdogs. The last 3 weeks in a row, he's hit an $80,000 bankroll game underdog. Last weekend was no different as the Niners take care of the Saints in overtime, went outright by 3, getting 6 points. Bobby is absolutely on fire right now. But before we get to the show, I want all listeners to pick up the phone and give us a call. Let us make you some money. Let us explain how this works. Give us a call. Whether you've bet for your last 30 years or you've never made a bet in your entire life, we will have a program for you. We will make you money. But just for calling us today, I'm going to give you 6 free winners. Today, you're going to get the winner of Ohio State, Minnesota, TCU, Kansas, and Florida State, Miami of Florida. For tomorrow, you're going to get the Texans, Browns, the Seahawks, Chiefs, and the Niners, Giants. That's 6-0, absolutely free. Even the phone call is free. Call us right now at 1-888-484-G-MAN. That's 1-888-484-4626. 888-484-G-MAN. 6 free winners today and tomorrow. Now, if you want to listen to this entire show and you missed a lot of it, or you don't know what we're all about, or if you're just tuning in now, you could go back to the website. The show is archived on the website. Just click on Listen to the Radio Show at www.jerrywins.com. That's Jerry wins.com. While you're there, Joe Madrano has his guaranteed pick on the Northwestern Notre Dame game. For $99, you get the guaranteed pick. Must win or your money back. www.jerrywins.com. Also, We have a couple of great specials. We're going to have another show next week, and then we're off for Thanksgiving. But from now until Thanksgiving, if you want to get on the $80,000 bankroll games, we got the $500 special. If you have as little as $500 to play with, you can get on the $80,000 bankroll games. Simply call us at 1-888-484-G-MAN. Use code 777. When you call us, you will speak directly to me, Bobby, or Joe, and we will get you on the $80,000 bankroll games. I'll turn $500 into $4,000. 2,000 into 16,000, 5,000 into 40, or if you want to go for the full bankroll, 10 will become 80. All you have to do is call us. 888-484-4626 is the number, and use code 777 for the $80,000 bankroll games. One more last special. If you're a small player and you just want to try us out, ask for the $399 special. For $399, I'll give you the rest of the college football season, along with any pro basketball, college basketball, or NFL that comes to that point. I believe the college football ends in about a month, so you're going to have a month of service for $399. That's $13.30 a day. If you go to Starbucks and get a coffee and a donut, it'll probably cost you just as much for that, but we'll make you money. If you're $100 better, I'll make you $700 or $800 a week. In a month, you'll make about $3,000. Again, ask for the $399 special. When you call us, operators are standing by. 888-484-4626 is the number. 888-484-G-MAN. Call us right now. Let us make you some money. And, Bobby, it seems like this year is going awful fast. I mean, it seems like yesterday we had the first radio show on September 6th, and all of a sudden now we're in week number 11 of the NFL. It just goes so fast, especially when you're having a good year.
No, without a doubt, Jerry. I mean, and the weeks fly by. Even the change of seasons, you can, I mean, football season's great because of the change of seasons. And, it is amazing that, right now we're almost approaching Thanksgiving already, where, we love the holiday season. It's a great opportunity for people to make some extra money. And we always make sure we, do our due diligence and work that much harder to make sure we get these games right. So, for you folks out there that have been listening to the show all year, and most of the people that eventually sign up with us, Jerry, all kind of say the same thing. They've been listening to the show, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, whatever the number is, and then either they finally have saved enough money to give this a shot, or they've gotten the nerve up to dip their toe into the sports betting world. And it's it's a great thing when you know what you're doing. Obviously, you and I have done it long enough where we've gone through the heartaches of trying to win 2-team parlays, 3-team parlays, reverses, and there's a lot of crazy ways to bet these games. But the tried and true way to do this successfully is to take one game at a time, like we do. Find that one game where you just the odds seem like they're way off the point spread, and then let it rip. And that's the kind of the system that we use. We don't throw 5 games at you at one time. It's one game at a time. It's very systematic, and the people that have been with us for a long time now, they understand. They've been through the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations of sports betting. More ups than downs, but they know you're not going to win every game. So if you're listening to the show, don't think you're going to win every single game that we give you. That's just impossible. And I'm pretty sure if we did win every game, Jerry, we wouldn't be doing radio anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. And another thing too, Bobby, is another good point to bring up is you don't have to be a seasoned gambler to make money at this. How many customers do you have, even women customers, that never bet a game in their life, and all of a sudden they're making $4,000 or $5,000 a week betting our games?
Most of them are. I mean, I rarely get a guy or a gal that says, "Hey, Bobby, I've been gambling for 30 years. You guys seem to, tick all the right boxes for me." That rarely happens. Most people that call us want to try something new. I mean, they have an idea of what's going on, but some of them are completely novice at this, and they really have no idea. And we walk you through the process, obviously, of what a team is when they're minus points, what a team is when they're plus points, the totals, the over and unders, the combined scores. So is there a lot to learn? There is something to it, but it's not rocket science. God knows if we can do it. Most people can do it. So we're smarter than the the average bear, but we're not geniuses. But we know
what works and what don't work.
We know how to do this, and we're very good at it. So it's something we've done for a lot of years, combined, probably 60 years of looking at point spreads, arm wrestling over which team that we should go with, which is the best $80,000 bankroll game. A lot of times we get it right. Sometimes we get it wrong, but for the most part, if you hang in there, you give us a shot, you get off to a good start, which most people will do, especially with some of the games we have lined up today, you're giving yourself an opportunity to turn 1,000 into 8, 10 into 80, or if you're coming on board for the monthly package, maybe you make yourself $400 or $500 over the weekend, with some of our, average games that are above average quality. So 888-484-4626 is the number. If you're driving your kid to soccer practice or hockey practice or you're on your way to work, and let's face it, Jerry, a lot of people that call us, they're going to work on a Saturday. I respect those people that are working the weekends. We work the weekends. And again, you don't have to, as much as we want you to call us today and get rolling, obviously there's action 7 days a week. 888-484-4626.
And folks, for those of you that are listening for the first time and never heard the show before, this is a 1-hour show on how to make money betting on sports. Similar to how your stockbroker will advise you on which stocks to buy, we advise you on what games to bet on. The only difference is, here's the biggest difference. Your stockbroker doesn't care whether you make money or not. And I'm not saying he doesn't care. I'm sure he likes you and everything else, but he's not up at night worrying about if you made money or not. All he's worried about is how many stocks you're going to buy from him this week. Because when you buy a stock from him, he gets his commission. Now, if you sell that stock, whether you win or lose on it, he gets his commission again. They charge you a commission for buying and selling the stocks. So basically, as long as you're buying and selling stocks, he don't care whether you make money or not. Okay, we get paid based on performance because we would be out of business if we were not performing. You heard our radio show now every week. You heard it every year. We're on week after week, year after year, because we're doing something right, obviously. So don't be like the people on the don't be listening to the people on our show that come on our show and tell you about all the money they made. Why don't you be that person that makes all that money? So again, it's all in your hands. I can't make you make money, but I can explain how the system works to you if you call us, and I could put you on a program that fits you. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions because I don't want you betting with your rent money. I don't want you out in the streets because you lost the game gambling. But if you have a little bit of expendable cash, right, Bobby? Yeah. We can make a lot of money with this business. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and especially the $80,000 bankroll games. I mean, you come on board with $5,000 and I turn it into $40,000, you'll have a S-eating grin on your face, I guarantee it. So 888-484-4626 is the number. Anything? We got a couple minutes left, Bobby.
Well, the most exciting thing, Jerry, is taking a guy or a gal that's, started with $500 and working them up to where they're betting $10,000 a game. I mean, the feeling that they get, I can't imagine what it must be like for somebody to make $10,000 in a 3-hour football game, especially when maybe you're not even making...
because we're used to it.
Yeah, maybe you're not even making $10,000 a month. So if you can make $10,000 on a Saturday afternoon betting on a college football game, let me just tell you something. You want to talk about an unbelievable feeling. And again, the only way to get involved or even give yourself a chance is if you pick up the phone and let us show you how it goes.
888.
Go ahead, Jerry.
888-484-G-Man is the number. And yeah, Bobby, you're right. And if you never bet before and you don't have, and you say, well, I don't know where to bet, give us a call and we'll tell you what to do. There's a million places out there online that you could play. If you're in Vegas, everybody in Vegas should be calling us right now. If you're in Vegas, I've never had a casino tell the guy that they don't have enough money to pay him. You guys in Vegas should be all betting our games because you guys have the golden goose there in the form of casinos, and they all got huge cash. Talk about going in there with a gun and robbing them. You don't have to go in there with a gun. Go in there with a pen and a piece of paper and take their money. 888-484-4626 is number. That concludes our show for today. But before we end the show, I want all listeners to pick up the phone, give us a call right now. I have 6 free winners for today and tomorrow. You're going to get the winner of Ohio State, Minnesota, TCU, Kansas, Florida State, Miami of Florida. For tomorrow, you're going to get the winner of the Texans, Browns, the Seahawks, Chiefs, and the Niners Giants. That's 6-0, absolutely free. Even the call is free. Call us right now at 1-888-484-G-MAN. That's 1-888-484-4626. 1-888-484-G-MAN for 6 free winners. We also got the $399 special. If you're a small player and you just want to get your feet wet, ask for the $399 special. You're going to get the rest of the college football season, along with any basketball or any NFL that goes in that time. $399 for approximately 1 month of service. The $80,000 bankroll games from now till Thanksgiving. If you have as little as $500 to play with, you can get on the $80,000 bankroll games. When you call us at 888-484-G-MAN, use code 777. You'll speak to me, Bobby, or Joe, and we'll get you on the $80,000 bankroll games. And I guarantee all 3 $80,000 bankroll games will work the rest of the season absolutely free. Again, 1-888-484-4626, 1-888-484-G-MAN, $80,000 bankroll games, code